students could have another choice for where to live in downtown Greenville. The biggest football game of the year is this weekend, and Scotty Montgomery brings in his first recruiting class. Thank you for tuning in to today's edition of Tech TV. I'm Jessica Gribben. Leadership at the Brody School of Medicine will soon undergo some changes. Current Dean Paul R.G. Cunningham has announced he will retire this fall. Cunningham has served in the position since 2008. As dean, he worked to improve the health status for those in Eastern Carolina and also worked to create opportunities for minorities in medical education. In just a few weeks, North Carolina voters will decide the fate of the Connect NC Bond Act of 2015. This bond would bring about $90 million in funding to ECU. The money would go towards building a new home for life sciences and biotechnology. Eastern North Carolina counties would see more than $300 million, and Pitt County would see $98 million. Uptown Greenville is looking to bring another apartment complex to the area. The Greenville Board of Adjustments voted unanimously to approve the project, which will consist of retail space and apartments for students and young professionals. The project will be built at Reed Circle and Dickinson Avenue, but no word on when construction will begin. Greenville police are cracking down on drivers running stoplights. They began an initiative known as the Red Light Operation. Police are asking people on Facebook to comment with intersections that need attention. Greenville PD will pick an intersection that gets the most votes. Last week, they had more than 30 red light violations during their operation. Well, on Wednesday, one driver flipped his vehicle after he ran the light in front of Carolina Ale House on Greenville Boulevard. The driver of the Jeep was cited for a stoplight violation and only had minor injuries. Student Government Association is hoping to improve the parking situation for students. From the SGA office, here's our new segment, Senate in a Minute.
That's right, Jess. I'm here with Mark Menalevich, the SGA president, who's going to talk about what happened in Monday night's meeting. So, Mark, what were some of the hot topics?
On Monday's meeting, we have some new events, and Astrid, who is serving as our senior class representative, is now serving on the Transportation and Parking Committee, because we do understand that this is a very big issue on our campus, and we understand that a student needs to have a voice on this committee. And also we have Camila Mazarregos, who is now working with the Joyner Library to create an advisory board of students who want to have a voice on the future impact of Joyner Library.
There's thousands of people that walk into those Joyner doors, and what we want to do is make Joyner bigger, badder, and better.
And then also, lastly, we had Senator Dallas Owens from the College of Business pass a resolution regarding parking times on campus for students, and from this moment on, we'll try to get more student voices on that opinion.
Students need to know that if this does go past the Student Government Association, it's going to go right to the committee that deals with parking, and if they also like it, they see that the students' voices have been heard, then they could potentially change it from 7 to 5, and that would benefit all students that are coming to campus after the 5 o'clock time.
Thanks, guys. For all other SGA information, be sure to check out theeastcarolinian.com. Spring might be here a little bit early this year. At least that's what the groundhog predicted on Tuesday. Sir Walter Wally came out of his burrow in Raleigh at noon and did not see his shadow. The groundhog has been right about 50% of the time since he first started predicting in 1998. Now on to Carlin with events happening this weekend. Carlin?
That's right, Jess. There are a lot of events going on this weekend. But first, the East Carolina University Chamber Singers will soon travel to Bulgaria. In May, the group will compete in the winners round of the European Grand Prix choral competition. The Chamber Singers won the Grand Prix competition last year in Slovenia, and they will return to Europe this year to compete for the world title. For more information, visit the ECU School of Music website at ecu.edu/music. This weekend in entertainment is the first Friday Jazz Jam at Christie's Europub. The Mac and Juice Quartet will be at Crossbones Tavern Friday evening. Saturday is the Daddy-Daughter Paint Night at the Painted Peacock. Also on Saturday is the 6th annual Spread the Dream wine tasting and charity auction, which will be held at the Dream Factory in Greenville. The rock band Built for Comfort comes to Crossbones Tavern Saturday night. Sunday, the Super Bowl will take over the entertainment scene. And even if you don't have cable, you can watch the Super Bowl in Hendricks Theater Sunday evening. The best commercials of the year will play during the Super Bowl, along with a highly anticipated halftime show by Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno Mars. Oh, and it's a pretty important football game for Carolina Panthers fans. Carolina Ale House, Kickback Jacks, and Buffalo Wild Wings are just a few Greenville businesses offering super deals for the Super Bowl this weekend. Subdogs, Fitzgerald's, and Mellow Mushroom are also showing the game. Here's Kai with more information. Kai?
Hello everyone. Today is the first show in February, otherwise known as Black History Month. So I thought I'd open with some Black history. This is Max Robinson, the first black TV anchor locally and nationally. As a black anchor, I'd like to thank him for the roles that he played for me and many others. Now we go from black history to Scotty Montgomery making personal history as he brings in his first recruiting class as a head coach. Simone Berry is in the field with more.
Hi Kai, it's Simone Berry reporting at East Carolina's signing day, where new head coach Scotty Montgomery welcomes his first recruiting class as head coach.
The guys that we're bringing in this class, I think, is going to have a direct and positive effect on our student body here, and they're great football players.
Coach Montgomery welcomes 20 new players. Offensive lineman Sean Bailey, defensive back Keyshawn Kennedy, wide receiver Todd Jeans, offensive lineman Jared Dorton, offensive lineman Jack Doyle, a linebacker Kendall Futrell, running back John Gillespie, defensive back Colby Gore, offensive lineman Cortez Aaron, quarterback Reed Aaron, running back Hussein Howe, defensive back Emmanuel Jones, defensive lineman Jalen Price, linebacker Chance Purvis, defensive lineman Raekwon Purvis, linebacker Aaron Ramseur, offensive lineman Dante Smith, defensive back Javante Smith, defensive lineman Keenan Taylor, defensive lineman Alex Turner, tight end Anthony Watley, and tight end Eric Weber. I am Simone Berry, reporting for TEC TV.
We all know basketball is a game of momentum, and in Greenville, it's truly been a game of ups and downs for both teams. After a valiant effort from the team last Sunday, the women's team welcomed in the Temple Owls. After taking a 13-2 lead in the first few minutes of the first quarter, the Pirates were never the same from there. The Owls hooty-hooed all over the Pirates, led by Leah Butts, 25 points and 7 steals. The Pirates dropped the game 83-63. The Pirates fall to 9-12 on the season. As they are playing Tulsa, we record. So catch my recap in the newspaper or head over to the EastCarolinian.com for all updates on ECU sports. Now, the Pirates are going to travel all the way to Storrs, Connecticut to face the Galactic Empire of Yukon. But I guess they're the Rebellion because they win a lot, technically. But then they will welcome in the Mustangs on Tuesday. Now, on the men's side, it's been a much different week. After a surprising victory over Memphis, their first conference and road win of the season, the Pirates welcomed in the Owls. And as my editor so appropriately headlined it, Cage the Owls. Freshman forward Kentrell Barkley messed around and almost got a triple-double with 6 assists, 10 rebounds, and 13 points that include the game-winning three-point play. The Pirates had momentum going into Saturday's showdown with the Cougars. If you were in Minges, you know how exciting this game was as teams went blow for blow. Five Pirates scored in double digits, including B.J. Tyson's 20, but the Pirates went dry in the last 2 minutes of the second overtime, and Houston took home the 97-93 victory. The Pirates will head to Storrs this weekend to play the Huskies, and then welcome in the Golden Hurricane next week. Back to you, Jessica.
We want to thank you for checking out today's show. Our shows will be posted every Friday morning at theeastcarolinian.com. For all updates between shows, pick up Tuesday and Thursday newspapers and also see us online. We'll see you next week.